Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. You are going to permit me to keep my video off because I am not currently at home. I'm just standing in for our amazing coach, Coach Christine. Okay, just give me some minutes. Let me share the link on our group so that our friends can join us live and direct. Okay, yes. Good evening once again and happy Sunday to everyone. How many? Let me check the comment section. Let me see how many people have joined us. Um, okay, welcome once again. Today is another day to learn about emotional intelligence, and please get ready. It's going to be an amazing section. It's going to be an amazing session. Uh, who is on call? Okay, I can see Messi. Messi, you're welcome. Alabi, Grace, you are all welcome. Kindly tell me your name, because most of you, the names I can see is that of your parents. Okay, so just tell me your name. All right, so Alabi said, my name is Shemi. All right, welcome. Grace said, my name is Ambassador Michelle, and I'm joining from the UK. All right, you are welcome. Michelle, you are welcome. And I can see Abiola. You are welcome, Abiola. Happy Sunday, guys. How was today? How was service today? I hope you had an amazing time in church today. Okay. So while we are waiting for our friends, because we are just 11 on call, while we are waiting for our friends to join us. So tell me, how was your week? How was your week like? Can you tell me in the comment section? Did you have an amazing week? Was your week productive? Was your week amazing? Okay. All right. Abiola said, my name is Gabriel. Hello, Gabriel. How are you doing? Nice to have you on call. And where are you joining from? Michelle said, I'm joining from Abuja. All right. That is amazing. Bessie said, my name is Dominion. Okay. Good. Michelle said, my week was fun and exciting. Beautiful. Who else had an amazing week? Who else had a great and awesome week? Mine was great. Mine was amazing. Mine was full of, practicing emotional intelligence. We are not just teaching you guys emotional intelligence. We are also practicing it. Okay. So, Emmanuel said, I can't hear you. You are muted. Is that true? Can you all hear me loud and clear? Someone said they can't hear me. Am I audible enough? Can you hear me? Let me be sure that it's not from my end. If you can hear me, say yes. All right. Okay. All right. So Emmanuel, maybe you should check your device. Maybe it's from your device, okay? All right. So tell me, what did you do with last week's topic? Oh, I did a lot. Oh, last week was amazing. I saw emotional intelligence at another level. So tell me, how did you practice last week's topic? What did you learn last week? Who can tell me? Let's start from there. What was our topic last week? Can anyone tell us what our topic was last week? Emmanuel, hope you can hear me now. Because looking at your device, your mic is not showing on my end. So it means you are not connected to the audio yet. All right. Dominion said, my week was annoying but interesting. Really? So tell me, what made your week annoying? That is why we are learning emotional intelligence. Okay? So tell me, why was your week annoying? Dominion said, I learned how to control my temper. That is amazing. Amazing. Good one. That is amazing. So Dominion said, I learned how to control my temper. Same thing happened to me last week. Wow. Okay, Jane said, we learned emotional intelligence. Okay, beautiful. And who can tell me what emotional intelligence is? What is emotional intelligence? Abba said, I learned self-control. Beautiful. Okay, keep it coming. What is emotional intelligence? Before we call our coach for today, what is emotional intelligence? Because today we're going to be looking at empathy, social skills, and personality type awareness. Very interesting topic under emotional intelligence. So tell me, what is emotional intelligence? Okay, Abba said, I learned how to love people. Yes, yes. When you are emotionally intelligent, you will learn how to love people, okay? All right, keep it coming. Alabi said, I learned how to be more social. Beautiful. I learned how to be more social. And emotional intelligence is ability to understand. To understand what, Alabi? Complete your definition. You said emotional intelligence is the ability to understand. What are we understanding? Help us out. Okay, Dominion said, the reason why my week was annoying was because my classmates annoyed me. Wow. And what did you do? How did you handle that case? Did you fight back? Did you react? What was your, how were you able to handle the annoyance that came from your classmates? All right, let's keep it coming. Abba said, believing in yourself. Michelle said, emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and understand the emotions of yourself and other people. Yes, that is emotional intelligence. Thank you so much. Rotimi said, emotional intelligence is the ability to control your emotions. Just like Dominion said, I learned how to control my temper. All right, that is amazing. Dominion also said, one of the ways I handled the annoyance that came from my classmates was that I kept calm. I kept calm. That is amazing. Okay, beautiful. I love that. All right. So I only got feedback from Dominion on what he used last week topic to do. All right. He said he learned how to control his temper. Who else? Who else learned something from last class? And how did you practice what you learned? How did you practice what you learned? So let me share my own experience before I call on our coach for today. So last week, I found myself in a situation where someone was meant to do something for me. Like someone was paid to do a work for me. And this person promised me that, oh, by Tuesday, your work will be ready, everything done and dusted. And I was so happy because I so much dislike when you promise and you fail. Okay. So I believed that, okay, this young man was going to deliver his work by Tuesday. But guess what? Tuesday came and he was telling me another story of how this one happened and that one happened. And I'm like, well, you told me that this work is going to be ready by Tuesday. So what was all this you are saying? So he kept on, giving excuses and the likes. Just like Dominion said, I kept calm. I said, okay, let me just give him till Wednesday. Lo and behold, it was Wednesday. And this man, the painful part is that he has not even started my job. He was doing another person's job and not mine. So I got so angry. And I said I was going to go to his workshop and I'm going to tell him my mind. Like I am going to tell him my mind. So on my way going to his workshop, I began to replay what was taught last week. How we're taught that when you are angry, one of the ways to manage your anger is to keep calm, count to 10, recognize that anything you say when you are angry can cause a lifetime damage. So I told myself, okay, calm down, just calm down. Just go to the workshop. Don't say anything, just confirm from him when he'll be through with your work. And when I got there, I saw him, he was trying to explain heaven and earth. And I just took a deep breath. And I said, sir, when is my work going to be ready? He said, by Friday. And I said, okay. I left. Lo and behold, by Friday, he delivered the work. So that is putting emotional intelligence to practice, all right? So we are not just teaching you to gain knowledge here. You must practice what you are being taught. Remember what I said some weeks ago. Knowledge in itself is not power unless you apply that knowledge. If you possess knowledge alone and you don't apply it, the power will just be hidden. All right. So without wasting much time, we are going to call on our amazing coach for today. And I want you to show some love in the comment section. We have an amazing coach. He's going to be taking us on the part 2 of emotional intelligence. So can we give a round of applause for Coach Catherine? Coach Catherine, are you in the house?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Coach Victor, for sharing your amazing story with us. And just like you said, we need to practice what we have learned. That is where the power comes in. So in the course of the session, I'm also going to be sharing some practical examples of how I have practiced emotional intelligence and how that made me powerful. So guys, are you ready for this class? Are you ready for the part 2 of our emotional intelligence class? So today we are going to be talking about empathy, social skills, and personality type awareness. These are powerful skills that if you learn them today, they will help you in life. Next slide, please. Great. Who has heard the word empathy? Empathy. What does it mean? So empathy means putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It is an important skill that helps us to build strong relationships and be kind to one another. So let me share an example with you. There's an activity here, but let me explain what empathy means. Then you can tell me how someone has showed empathy to you. So this morning, I woke up with an excruciating pains in my tummy. I couldn't stand from my bed and I couldn't even move. I was just in one place, in pains. I remember today is Sunday. I was also supposed to prepare for church. So I was also angry at the same time because I couldn't move. So something happened. My daughter walked into my room and she said, "Mommy, what is the problem? You can't move. What is it?" Then I tried to tell her that, oh, I'm feeling so much pains in my tummy. So she prayed for me, right? So she was able to understand, although she wasn't feeling the pains at that time, but at least she was able to understand or share in my feelings. She was like, oh, I know this must be so painful. So sorry about that. So she prayed for me. She got me water. Then she called daddy. So what am I trying to say? That's an example of empathy. You are feeling the pains. You're sharing other people's pains. You are sharing their feelings as you are feeling whatever you are feeling, whatever emotions you are feeling. Remember last week we said that we are emotional beings, right? So we feel emotions at every point in time. And honestly, that made me I felt better. Then I was able to stand up and go to church. So that is what empathy. So she didn't come in to say, oh, you have to stand up. You're okay. So we don't do that. That's not empathy. Empathy means what? You're sharing the feelings of others. You are being kind to one another. Okay, that is empathy. So is there any time that someone showed empathy to you? Maybe in school, at home, maybe a sibling or a neighbor, something that just happened. Who is willing to share with us? Yeah, Alabi said to show compassion to other people, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Good. Empathy is putting yourself in other people's shoes. Amazing. Grace Moses says, oh, that's so kind. Good. That's one another. Good. So can anybody tell us where someone has showed you empathy or where you yourself, you have been so kind and compassionate to another person? Okay. So keep it coming. Yes. David says, be mindful of others' feelings. That's empathy. Alabi says, yes, when I hit my nose with a net ball, my friend helped me out. So sorry, Alabi, that must be so painful. Did it bleed? And thank your friend so much for helping you out. Yes, that's empathy. When your friend helped you out, that was empathy. Your friend didn't say, that was next time you need to be very careful with the way you hit the ball, right? They didn't judge you, but they were empathetic. Good. You said, I was kind when my brother hurt me. Yes. Good luck says, yes, when my classmate helped me to fetch water in school. Amazing. You must have a great friend. Okay. Mwokolo said, my friend got hurt in PE, so I helped her up and even bought her food. Amazing. You guys are amazing. So 62 says, my friend in school helped me write my notes when I was severely ill. I was weak and low. Thank you so much for sharing those inspirational stories with us. These are practical examples of empathy. Next slide. Okay, so what is empathy? Just like we've established, empathy is understanding how someone feels, sharing their feelings, being kind and caring, listening actively. Empathy is not the same as sympathy. Empathy is not the same as sympathy. Now, this is the difference. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, while empathy is understanding how they feel. You see, there are two different things. Or we can even say that sympathy is the first level of empathy, right? And then empathy is, is another level where you showcase emotional intelligence. So when you're running up the stairs in your school and somebody falls down and you feel sorry for the person, that's sympathy, right? But when you come close, you give the person a helping hand and assure the person, tap him on the back and say, I'm sorry, or I understand how you feel. Then you give a helping hand. That is what empathy. Perhaps you can take the person to the school clinic for them to dress the person's wound, if there was any wound. So that's what empathy. You understand how they feel per time, and then you are kind, you are caring, and you offer to help. I love this. Mary Jane says, empathy is a powerful quality that allows us to understand and share the feelings of others. Amazing. Is a powerful quality that we all need to imbibe. So we have an activity here that says role-play different scenarios where empathy is shown. Some of you have given us examples previously. Now let me paint a scenario. Imagine you went to school tomorrow morning and then there was maybe a new student in class. The new student is feeling all lonely. She's keeping her distance. She does not even understand what is going because she's new. What will you do? How will you show empathy to this new girl, this new boy in your class? Okay. How will you show empathy to the new girl or to the new boy in your class? She's new. She doesn't know anybody. She has not started making friends. How will you show her empathy? Okay. I would love to help that person. Amazing. Alabi said, help her settle in. Yeah. Because we too, we are also new students at some time in our schools or in church or wherever place we find ourselves, right? You help her settle. Good. Abba said, try to be her friend, right? So how do you do this? Grace Moses said, I will talk to him or her and show her around and also be her friend. Amazing. Amazing. You talking to her, you taking her around, that is powerful. That is empathy. Right? Help her to know her way around. Thank you, Alabi. Talk to her. Thank you, Mercy. So that is how we can show empathy to others. Let me create another scenario. Your parents bought you, say, PS4, and then your friend came to play PS4 with you, and then somehow it got damaged. Now, I want you to tell me how you feel. Remember, we don't suppress our emotions, right? We don't suppress it. So tell me how you feel. If your friend damaged your PS4 controller, how will you feel? How will you feel? Okay, good luck is still responding to the new girl in class. Okay. All right. So this is the second scenario that we've painted. Somebody damaged your item, spoiled it. How will you feel? Will you feel good? Will you feel awesome? Amazing? right? How will you feel? I love your honest responses. David says, I'll feel angry. Francisca says, I will crash out. I will crash out. I'll feel sad. Yes. I will feel upset. Really. If you damage my items, I will feel upset. Yes. Yes. Good. So now that we know how we feel, remember emotional intelligence is understanding how you feel, right? And then taking charge of your emotions. Now that you know how you feel, right? And you can name that emotion. You have named it. I feel upset. I feel sad. I feel crash out. So what else will you do? What can you do? How will you show empathy to your friend that has damaged your item? Okay. Yes, I'll also be disappointed, of course. Grace Moses said if she has extra, of course she can pardon him or her. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Messi says, I will try to make myself happy. I will be sad, but I will try to make myself happy. Exactly. So every day in our life, we face this kind of emotions. We face this kind of challenges, right? So we need to be in charge. Just like Coach Victor has said, he was so annoyed that he would have even gone to pull down the man's shop. But then he decided to count one. I'm sure he would have listened to him to say, Oga, why didn't you do my job, right? So that's the same thing. You ask your friend, why did you? I feel so upset that you spoiled my controller. Next time, handle it with care. I will appreciate it if you handle it with care. That's communication. That's showing empathy. All right, so let's move to the next. Good. Social skills. What are the importance of social skills? Social skills simply means connecting with others. I want to believe we have friends here, right? We have friends. And how do we build strong relationships? Social skills help us to communicate effectively, make friends, and work together. They include skills like active listening, asking questions, and resolving conflicts. So these are some of the skills we need for social skills. We need communication skill. Remember communication, remember assertiveness, speaking assertively but with respect, right? Using your I statements. Remember that bully that will always drag your hair in the assembly, right? You don't keep calm at that point. You communicate how you feel in an assertive manner. Sorry, Tope, I don't like it when I feel upset when you pull my hair during the assembly. I will appreciate it if you speak to me nicely. That's communication. You're using the I statement, and that makes you feel powerful. We have cooperation, collaboration. So imagine over the weekend, your parents ask you to prepare a meal, maybe a breakfast, you and your siblings, right? Are you cooperating? Are you collaborating to make sure that you achieve that task? Sometimes there could be conflicts because you want to make, say, pancake, your sister wants to make macaroni, and then the other person wants to make gari and soup, right? So how do you manage? How do you work together? How do you resolve your conflicts? One way you could do that is by collaborating. You collaborate. Sometimes you can even accommodate. Okay, so we have 3 menus already. Let's agree that we'll make pancake. Perhaps next week, Saturday, we make macaroni. Then the upper week, Saturday, we can do gari and soup. Have we reached an agreement? Yes. That is what the power of cooperation and conflict resolution. And then respect is very important in social skills. Next. All right, this is very important. Personality types, understanding personality types, discovering your temperament. Have you heard of temperament before? Temperament. Do you know what temperament is? So on the screen, it says, do you know that everybody has a unique personality type? Understanding these types can help us appreciate differences and work together better. So we are going to be introducing to you the 4 personality types. Next slide, please. The 4 personality types. Choleric. The choleric is the leader. So the personality types just means this is the reason why we act the way we do. So there is a book called Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim Lai. Please note that down. You can ask your parents to buy that book for you. Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim Lai. So the choleric personality is the leader. They are confident and decisive. They are goal-oriented and ambitious. They are strong-willed and assertive. They are sometimes impatient and critical. So for every personality type, they have their strong, their strengths and their weaknesses. Right? For every personality type, you have your strengths, you have your weakness. So what you have to do is look at those weaknesses, then try to work on them. Okay? That is what the personality type talk about. So maybe you are in a class, there is just this person in that class or in your church that is always the first to raise his hand to answer a question. That is always the first to do everything. Can you remember that person, who that person is? It could even be you. Can you identify who that person is? So the activity is the children to identify someone they know who might be a choleric. Who do you know to be choleric? Maybe your friend, your class, church, in your circle. Who is the person that is the choleric, that is the leader? Always assertive, strong-willed. Aha! We have Tolulokpe. Tolulokpe said it's me. Tolulokpe is a choleric, right? And then we give it to him. That's the way God has created him. Amazing. Grace Moses said, my aunt is a choleric person. Otini said, I'm a leader in my class, in a group. Fantastic. Fantastic. So cholerics are what? Leaders. Please, next slide. So we have the sanguines. That's the second personality type. We call them the social butterflies. They are outgoing. These are the characteristics: outgoing and enthusiastic. They are spontaneous and adaptable. They are sometimes disorganized and forgetful. Have you ever heard, this person is the life of the party? Yes, that's who a sanguine is. The social butterflies. I have a friend, a colleague in my office, right? So whenever he's coming to the office, before he even enters the office space, you can hear his voice at the staircase. So my office is on the 4th floor. You can already hear his voice when he's on the 2nd floor, because he's a very outgoing person, right? He's spontaneous. He adapts. He can just come into your space. He'll make you laugh. You know, they are just adaptable and spontaneous. So do you know anybody that is a sanguine? Astafam says, my dad. Your dad is a sanguine. So he's a very outgoing person. He's enthusiastic. He's the life of the party. You know how maybe you're in a group, maybe there is a class party or something. If that's your classmate is not there, it's like everywhere is so calm. You know, we are going to talk about the calm personality type later on. Good, my dad is a choleric. Mercy says that she is that she is a sanguine. My mom is a sanguine. That's Astafan. Good. So we meet these different personality types around us. Okay, next slide, please. The phlegmatic personalities. The phlegmatic are the peacemaker. They are calm and gentle. They are diplomatic and patient. Sometimes they are indecisive and avoidant. So phlegmatic is like the opposite of sanguine. Sanguines are decision takers. They just make decisions on the go. But you look at the phlegmatic personalities, they are calm, they are gentle. They don't want to go into a fight. They'll just look at you and walk away because they don't want problem. They don't want wahala, right? Like we say in Nigerian palace. They are peacemakers. They are diplomatic. When they engage you, they are diplomatic. They don't want to offend you, right? So Jane says that my friend is a phlegmatic. Are you speaking about phlegmatic? Okay. Idera, you're welcome. So do you know any phlegmatic person around you? Who is a phlegmatic person? Anyone? Or are you a phlegmatic? Are you a phleg? Do you possess the phlegmatic personalities? Okay. Are you patient? Yes. My best friend is a phlegmatic. Astafam. Amazing. Grace Moses says, I am also a phlegmatic person. Okay. Ikitai says, you're a good teacher. Thank you. Francisca says, I'm phlegmatic and a bit sanguine. Good. So your phlegmatic personalities is dominating the other personality type. Good. My dad is, Mwokolo says, it depends on where I am. So it means you can express any of these personalities depending on the environment you find yourself. Okay. Messi says, I am a 4-in-1. Okay, so let me say this here, okay? We have 4 personality types. One must be dominant. One must be dominant, all right? Then the other ones follow. So if you check very well, perhaps I can share a test with you. You look at the test and then you answer some questions that will show you which of the personality types you dominate. Good. Abba says, my dear brother. And I love the love emoji that you put. Your brother must be so dear to you, Abba. Good. So this is the phlegmatic personality, right? Please can we go to the next slide? Melancholy personalities. Melancholy. So they are the analysts. They are thoughtful and reflective. So before they take a decision, they will sit down, they will weigh it, they will analyze it. Should I not? They look at the pros, the cons, the advantages, the disadvantages. How can I go about this? They are very thoughtful, very reflective people. They are creative and perfectionistic. They are creative people. You see these people that do a lot of artwork, right? Most of them are melancholists. They're perfectionists. They want everything to be done prim and proper, no mistakes anywhere. They want it done with details. They have eye for details. Melancholy, they have eye for details. Right? I possess some melancholy personalities. Right? So they are sometimes critical and overly sensitive. That's one of their downsides. Because they are very analytical, there's a way you analyze something, then you are going overboard. You are now thinking what you're not supposed to think. You're now assuming what you're not supposed to assume, right? These are some of the disadvantages or the weaknesses for a melancholy personality. All right. So, do you know any child or anybody around you that possess the melancholy personality? Melancholists, yes. Okay. Anyone? Do you know any melancholy around you? Or are you one? Any melancholy? Okay, Alabi says I'm creative. Good. My mom is a melancholy. Fantastic. Thank you, Ikitide. I learned that emotional intelligence is a good habit. It's a powerful tool. Yes, it is. My female friend. So it's like Mercy has all the personality type around her, which is good. Abiola said, no, I don't know any melancholy around me. Okoro said, I think so. Jane, my classmate, is a phlegmatic person. Okay, Mary Jane is asking, what is melancholy? Okay, so if you look at the screen, Jane, the melancholy is one of the personality types that we have. We have established that we have 4 different personality type. We have the sanguine, we have the phlegmatic, we have the choleric, and then we have the melancholy. All right? Okay, you can't see anything. All right, can you refresh your page? Perhaps you see what is on the screen. All right. So we have seen that the melancholy personality, they are thoughtful. These are some of their attributes. They are thoughtful and reflective. They are creative and perfectionistic. They are sometimes critical and overly sensitive. Joy says, my mom is one too. Okay. I have some melancholy personality traits. Amazing, Onyeka. Amazing. So Jane says, like me. Great. So you see, we possess some of these. In fact, every human being on earth has a personality type. And if we're able to understand the other person's personality type, we can relate with them easily. Remember, we talked about social skills. We can relate with them easily. So when a sanguine, is coming into the class, is making noise, you think he's making noise, but that's just his that's his personality type. He's loud. He's the life of the party, right? He's everywhere. He's making everybody feel joyous and all that. And probably you that is a phlegmatic, you don't want to hear that noise. You're like, this person just talks too much. Then at some point, you might become judgmental, right? But that is not what emotional intelligence is teaching us. Remember that we need to be empathetic. So let me tell you, this my friend or this my colleague, at some point, I just felt he talks too much, right? At a point, I even called him aside and I said, Abubakar, don't you think you're disturbing everybody's peace in this office? But until I started understanding him and I realized that, oh, he's a sanguine. That's his personality type. Then I appreciated his personality type. So we need to appreciate people. We need to be empathetic, okay? But it starts with us doing what? Understanding who they are so that we can connect with them easily. Okay, next slide. Appreciating differences, amazing. Celebrating our uniqueness, embracing diversity. If you look at the picture on the screen, you can see there are different faces, different colors, different hair types, different smiles. We are all unique. God made us unique in our own way. You are not better than another person. Another person is not better than you. We are all unique. God has made us special in our way. Okay? So each personality type has strengths and weaknesses. By understanding and appreciating our differences, we can, one, build stronger relationships, two, work together more effectively, and three, learn from each other. We can do that. Okay? So there's an activity here that says discuss how differences can be beneficial. So let me ask you a question. Imagine everybody in the world. Okay, no, not everybody in the world. Imagine everybody in your class is a sanguine. What do you think will happen? Everybody is a sanguine. What do you think will happen in that class? Okay, Vivian, you can catch a replay later, okay? Imagine everybody is a sanguine. What do you think will happen in your class? Okay. Coach Victor, please can you project the slide on sanguines? Good, there will be chaos. I don't want to say there will be chaos. Yes, there will be chaos. David says there will be party everywhere. Of course. There will be chaos. And you know our God is a God of orderliness. So if there is chaos, that's really not what God wants us. That's not how God wants it to be. Right? So we need, yeah, everyone will be chaotic. There'll be lousiness. I love that. Yes. The class will be a mad and loud. It's going to be a loud class. It's going to be crazy, really. It's going to be disordered, disoriented. Right? Yes. So that's why we need to appreciate our uniqueness. So do you now see the reason why no sites of silence? Good. Do you see the reason why God created these different personality types? Just so that we can benefit from one another. But Victor, please, can you go back to the last slide where we were? Thank you, sir. There is no calmness. Good. So, can you tell me how our differences can be beneficial to us? In one word, how can it be beneficial to us? My brother is making noise. He is a noisemaker. No, he's not a noisemaker. Okay? He's not a noisemaker. He's a sanguine. He's expressive, right? So before you say someone is a noisemaker, just say the person is expressive. People will be all over the place, yes. So how can our differences be beneficial? I think it was Mercy that said she has almost all the personality types as her friends. How has that benefited you, Mercy? And to the rest of the class? Good. How does our differences benefit us? Amazing. It helps us understand each other. Yes. That's one of the benefits. You come in with your sanguine personality. The other person comes with his melancholy, he's a perfectionist. The other person is a phlegmatic, he's calm. So when the sanguine are busy making noise, the phlegmatic are saying, calm down, take it easy, calm down. Are you seeing the benefits? Then the choleric is the leader, right? So he's saying there must be order in this class. It helps us to understand each other and it makes the world a better place. So our God is a creative Father. So he makes everything different, unique, and beautiful. So I want you today to appreciate your own personality type and then start looking at other people's personality type and then be empathetic with them so that you can build a better connection. Next slide, please. Putting it all together. So we have learned empathy, social skills, and personality awareness. So being a better person and a better friend. Remember to practice empathy every day, develop strong social skills, appreciate and understand different personality types. So there's an activity here that says, encourage the children to make a pledge to practice empathy and appreciate differences. Please, as we are living here today, I want you to make a pledge, not just making that pledge, also practice it. Tell yourself, I'm starting empathy as I'm leaving the class now, right? So maybe you've ended the class and then something happens in your home, be empathetic. You're about to enter the kitchen and your brother or your sister spills your water or your tea, be empathetic, right? So you're pledging to be empathetic. You're also practicing it. When you go to school tomorrow, practice empathy. In fact, I want by the end of March, let your teacher say, there is something different about you, Alabi. Onyeka, you are a changed person. What happened? Grace, why are you so different? Right? So we are putting it all together for you to practice everything that we have been teaching you. Okay, Emmanuel, put it all together. We want to hear the testimonies that will come to say, yes, you're a changed person, you're a different person. So that at the end of the day, we'll be glad that the emotional intelligence class that we have learned is benefiting all of us. Thank you so much for having me in this session. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Ma. That was amazing. Please, can we say a big thank you to Coach Catherine? Can we all say a big thank you? What an amazing class. What an amazing impact. Can you say thank you? I can't see your appreciation in the comment section. If you know you learned something today, can you type a very big thank you and say, we love you, Coach Catherine? Can we do that? Very good. Yes, a round of applause. Oh, I learned a lot. And I can see that we have a lot of cholerics, we have sanguines, we have the phlegmatics, and we have the melancholy. All the 4 personality types are valid. None is better than the other. Do you get that? So if you are a choleric, there is no problem. All right. If you are a sanguine, good and fine. If you're a phlegmatic, nice. If you're a melancholic, that is great. All right. So when you get to school this week and you see that your friend that talks a lot, just smile and say, oh, you are a sanguine. And they'll ask you, what's a sanguine? And you explain to them what sanguine is all about. Is that clear? All right, it's been an amazing time. Please remember to practice what you were taught today. All right, remember to practice, be empathetic. Be empathetic. Okay. Now, I did not tell you to go to school and start looking for who is the sanguine, who is a melancholy, who is a no. You are learning this personality type so that when you meet people, you can tell, oh, this person is a choleric. This person is a phlegmatic. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Coach Catherine. That was amazing. Oh, I learned a lot and I am going to put this to practice. And guess what? I'm a phlegmatic. I'm a phlegmatic and a little of melancholy. Yeah. Just like Francesca said, once in a while, I can be a sanguine. Just once in a while. Okay, so let's take our PIDA creed. Any question? If you have any question, just drop it in the comment section before we take our PIDA creed. Okay. Any question? Oh, he said, I've learned a lot. Of course, today's class was amazing. Now look at the comment section. You will see an instruction from Coach Catherine. She said, please tell your parent to get you the book, Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim Lahaye also. I think we have the book in our e-library. You know what? I'm going to share the book. Immediately after the class, I'm going to share the book on our WhatsApp group so that you can also download it and read it. An amazing book, so amazing. All right, so let's take our PDAC creed. Let's take our PDAC creed. Remember, say after me. Okay, someone said I should zoom in. Okay, let me zoom in so that I can see the creed clearly. Okay, hope you can see it now. All right, so just repeat after me, okay, and mean what you say, okay? I am a PDAC ambassador. I am a child of God. I understand myself. I discover, develop, and unleash my God-given potential. I have strong beliefs and values that guide my actions and decisions. I cultivate good habits and follow principles that lead me to success. I am a confident and inspiring speaker. I dream big dreams, set smart goals, make great plans, and take quick steps to make my dreams come true. I am a great leader. I inspire myself and others to achieve great things. I am excellent in my academics, and I love to learn new things. I believe in myself, and I have a positive self-image. I understand and manage my emotions well, and I am sensitive to others' feelings. Let's take this part again. I understand and manage my emotions well, and I am sensitive to others' feelings. I am proud to be a PDAC ambassador and will fulfill my duties with love, respect, excellence, and dedication. So help me God. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's been amazing. It's been great. It's been awesome. So we'll meet again next week, Sunday. And next week, Sunday is the last Sunday of the month of March, and it's going to be a review day. It's going to be a day where you are going to share with us all you have been learning so far, how you have been practicing what you are learning, the results you got, and if you have any questions from, that arose while practicing what you are taught, you can ask, okay? So next week, Sunday is review day. Get your reviews ready. I want to see some powerful, mind-blowing, and amazing reviews, okay? All right, so I'm going to post the book that Coach Catherine mentioned on the group. Download it, read it, and digest it, okay? Wishing you all an amazing week. Those that are starting their exam this week, we are wishing you success. We are wishing you what? Excellence in your academics. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.